is number theoretic approaches, but not really number theoretic approaches, but we're gonna give it a shot. So check this out. You guys have known that 여기까지는 다 share 돼 있지. We share that this is 2018 times 81, right? 자, a to the power 4, b to the power 4 is not likely. And by the way, these are integers. Oh, come on. These are integers. a and b are integers. 그럼 이건 무슨 얘기야? This is number theory, isn't this? This is number theory. This is going to be number theory. So how do I use like a's and b's? Well, here's what's up. 3a to the power of b는 얘보다 작을까 클까? 작겠지. 2b to the power of 4도 it's going to be smaller than or equal to 81. 그럼 이 계산을 한번 해보면 a to the power of 4 is going to be smaller than or equal to 2018 times 27, and b to the power of 4 is going to be smaller than or equal to 1009 times 81. 이런 느낌이잖아. So what do we have then? 그냥 몇 개만 좀 여러 개를 해보면 if you try it out, 얘는 계산을 한번 해보긴 해야 되는데 you gotta try out that absolute value A is going to be smaller than or equal to 15, absolute value B is going to be smaller than or equal to 16. 실제로 계산을 해보면 그래. 16 to the power of 4 is going to be actually 16 to the power of 4 becomes 4 to the power of 8, which is going to be 2 to the power of 16. And we know that this is 1024 times what is this? 2 to the power of 6. 얘는 대략 한 88에 64 정도지. 이거랑 이거 비슷하잖아. 비슷하지. Very similar, which means that they're roughly about that range. 여기까지는 먼저 나와야 돼. Okay. 자, 이게 1번. This is number 1. Number 2. 어떡할까? What's the next step? Well, don't you really want to figure out what A and B is gonna be? 알고 싶지 않아? 그럼 if you want to figure out 3a to the power of 4, 2b to the power of 4 equals 2018-81, 먼저 would you try out with 3s? 3부터 try out 해볼까? In mod 3? Let's jump in. If you jump into mod 3, see what happens. 0 plus 2b to the power of 4 equivalent to 0 mod 3. Does that make sense? 그러면 b to the power of 4 equivalent to 0 mod 3. 그치? 그럼 b는 multiple of 3. As you've noticed, b is going to be multiple of 3. 자, 3의 배수라는 건 알았어. Right, so I got lots of possibilities. 벌써 이미 possibilities 많아. b squareds are gonna be multiples of 3. But here's what's up. Number 3. 3번도 한번 볼게. Let me try out mod 2. mod 2도 한번 살펴보자. In mod 2, it's gonna be 1a to the power of 4 plus 0 equivalent to 0 mod 2. So a to the power of 4 equivalent to 0 mod 2. 그럼 얘는 뭐야? a는 even number. a is even number. 자, 여기까지 이렇게 먼저 첫 번째로 나왔어. We got lots of possibilities for A's and B's and whatnot. 근데 이런 식으로 나왔어. I hope that everyone agrees. 여기까지 다 everything totally agreeable. 그치? 여기까지 괜찮지? Now the next thing. 이게 세 번째 게 어려워. 세 번째 거는 I don't think that any one of us has thought about it during the actual exam. 생각 못했을 것 같아. 근데 reverse engineer. 여기서 이제 reverse engineer가 들어가는 거야. What do you notice about powers of 4? Powers of 4 잘 생각해봐. Think about powers of 4. Would you notice that a to the power of 4 equivalent to 1 mod 5? 이거 어디서 많이 본 친구들 아니야, 이런 애들? Haven't you seen this type of ideas? a to the power of 4 equivalent to 1 mod 5 for Fermat's little theorem. Fermat's little theorem이잖아, FLT잖아. But a has to be relatively prime to 5. 그러면은 if a is not relatively prime to 5, then we get a to the power of 4 equivalent to 0 mod 5. 이거밖에 없잖아. According to FLT, when a is a multiple of 5, a가 5로 나뉘어집니다. a is multiple of 5. 0 mod 5, and everything else is. 나머지 a는 0 mod 5가 아닙니다. In that case, that's how we reverse engineer. So far, we've been only looking at the given expressions. We never have thought of how to use or utilize this FLT backward. 이제 backwards로 써보자 이거야. Check this out. What do I know about 3a to the power of 4 plus 2b to the power of 4 in mod 5? mod 5로 계산을 해봅시다. What happens? What is this? 얘는 2 to the power of 18 divided up by 5, we have the remainder of 3. What's 81 divided up by 5? 1. 그럼 얘는 3이 된단 말이야. mod 5. 이렇게 돼요. We get something about mod 5. And I need to come up with the solution. 이거 집중해야 돼. 이거 되게 중요한 부분이야. 이게 어느 부분이냐면 again, think about those monsters. 우리 Avengers들 생각해봐. Avengers would have nodded. 여기서 그냥 오 그치 하면서 그냥 바로바로 nodding 했을 거란 말이야. 근데 만약에 여러분들이 지금 nodding을 안 했잖아. 그러면은 this is the moment when we have that little improvement. improve하면 돼. We can totally improve this. 잘 봐. 3 times 1, 2 times 0. Ah, that makes sense. 이러면 될 것 같아. It looks like it. 이러면 되잖아. 그러면 what do you know about b to the power of 4? b to the power of 4? That's multiple of 5. But it has to be multiple of 3 too. multiple of 3면서 multiple of 5인 거 누구 있어? 15. Come on. Gotta be 15. 아, b to the power of 4는 15의 배수구나. 그러니까 b는 15의 배수. b is 15's 배수. 0 mod 5, 0 mod 15. But there's only one, like mod 15. And by the way, b's not gonna be multiple of, b's not gonna be 0. If it were 0, then a to the power 4로 풀렸어야 되는데 안 풀려. So b's not gonna be 0. b should be 15. Less than 16. 그러니까 16보다 작은 애들 중에서 b should be multiple of 3 and 5. 5의 배수가 돼야 된다니까. 5의 배수가 돼야 돼. b to the power 4 is divisible by 5. So we're using FLT. 완전 예쁘잖아. 문제 so beautiful. So we're looking for imaginary parts squared. What's b squared? I don't care whether it's negative 15 or 15, but we get 225. Classic.